This is Jason Porter, business coach with My Business Advisor with your business tip today. So we're talking content marketing, kind of explain what it was, but what are some examples of things? I have lists upon lists of things you can do for content, different ways. So probably going to break this up into 2 videos of different things you can do for creating content. Contests. Now, be careful, don't trip over terms and service with your social media. For example, Facebook, if you say a like enters you into a contest, that's against the rules. They can shut your page down. Not always, but they can, so be careful. Ask people questions, not just random questions, but relevant ones, stuff that your customers are interested in. You know, what do you like about this thing? Polls, same idea. Have them asking questions, so like an Ask Me Anything, especially if you have a very confusing industry and you're an industry expert. People like when they can ask you a bunch of questions. You can do testing of people's knowledge, you know, what do you know about this subject? Asking questions that way. Media upload contests. I've had great success with that, depending on how you do it. You know, post a picture of this, or we did a coloring contest where kids were uploading their colored pictures, or the parents were uploading it for the kids to keep it nice and even. But coloring contests, posting animated GIFs, as long as it's kind of relevant to your industry, especially if it's entertaining. Those can be very, very good. Spotlighting customers, make sure you get their permission, but spotlight your customers and talk about their successes. Posting news, that's one of the main ones I do, is I post about news, different things in the industry that's important. Infographics, they're big and they're getting bigger. Remember to use Canva if you don't know how to do an infographic, but they're real easy when you get into Canva. Behind the scenes things, so behind the scenes photos, make sure you do videos. Any kind of a video does really well on most social media. Slideshows, especially if it's kind of a information presentation, complex information, does well in slideshows. VR, it's getting cheaper and cheaper. Not all of us can afford it yet, but be thinking about VR because it's the way things are going. Quotes, so as if they're related to your industry, people like those inspirational quotes or uplifting informational quotes. Memes, be careful with that. You really need to know what the memes mean before you start messing with them. But if you've got somebody that's social media savvy and understands memes, you can play a lot with memes, especially within your industry. User-generated content, get users to submit content and use that. Stories, especially success stories, uplifting stories. Again, it depends on who your customers are and what they're looking for. Remember to align all of this with why your customers are on social media in the first place. And then, of course, live stream. Live feeds do really, really well on social media, especially Instagram and Facebook. So there's the first list. Tune in tomorrow for the next. This is Jason Porter, My Business Advisor.